This video tutorial is on assignment to color sample and visual elements. In this assignment, we will be using our eyedropper tool to sample colors, which will serve as our color palette for our visual elements creation. So, to begin, we want to choose an image from Google. So, let me open Photoshop. I've chosen Three Women by Picasso. Then you want to create a new 800 by 600 pixel file. And then you want to create one more 800 by 600 pixel file with a black background. So you should have three working canvases. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now you want to start creating guides for yourself. So on the white background canvas, we want to create a new vertical guide. So you want to go to View, New Guide. You want to create a vertical guide, and you can move it with your Move tool. And you want to divide up the page in thirds, equal thirds. You don't have to go to View, New Guide. What you can do is, if you go to View Rulers, if your rulers is not checked, you want to check it. And then you just want to use your Move tool, go to the vertical ruler, and kind of pull. And you want to split up your page somewhat evenly. So let's see. I'm just going to move this over. So here we have three rectangles. Okay. So you have your three rectangles. So now we're going to sample color with our eyedropper tool. Okay. So now we're going to go to your chosen image. Get your eyedropper tool, which is the fifth one down. It should be. Sample a color that you like. I like green. Okay. Go to your white background. Get your rectangle marquee tool. What you want to do is create a rectangle marquee within that guide, so you'll have a nice rectangular shape here. Once that's done, you can either go to right click, fill, and then you're going to choose your foreground color, which is this color, which is already sampled, and click OK. Or you can get your paint bucket and throw paint at it. Okay. So now you're going to do the other rectangle. Go back to your painting, get your eyedropper and sample another color. Okay, that's the color I like. I'm gonna go to fill. It's easier to do fill, so I do fill. Right click, deselect, do the rectangle marquee again. Go back to your Three Women, or whatever you've got. Not Three Women, that's mine. And then I'm gonna choose another color. And then I got an orange, so maybe a brown. No, that's too dark. How about a reddish? Yeah, okay. So we're gonna go back. I'm gonna choose more marquee tools, say fill, foreground, and then there we go. So now I have my three colors sampled from my Three Women picture. So once that's done, you can proceed on to your thing. You wanna make sure, let me scroll back up here. Once that's done, you wanna duplicate this layer 3 times. Okay, it's because you wanna keep the original. So we'll say duplicate layer, and then duplicate layer again. So we should have 3. Okay, so now I'm gonna work on the middle layer. So I'm gonna turn off the eye on the top and bottom there and activate my middle layer. Now I'm going to go to my gradient tool, because now we're going to apply shade to it, right? So we're going to go to gradient. I'm going to default my color back to its normal color. Click on my swatches. At the top, you're going to click on foreground to transparent. Click OK. And what you're going to do is, with your mouse, you're going to click at the bottom and drag it to the top. And then it doesn't, oh, that's sorry. Normal. Okay. Let's see. Let me just step backwards a couple of times. Okay. Duplicate it. Okay. Okay, so here, you want to be sure your mode is normal. If not, you're not going to see it. I had a screen option, so that's a good thing to see. You want to then hold down the mouse, drag your mouse upwards to the top, and then you should have that. Mine is wrong, as you can see, because it's a radial gradient. We want a linear gradient, so let me go step back, go to linear, click, and then drag up. So now I have my shade applied. Okay, so I'm going to turn off that eye, turn on the other eye. Now I'm going to add a tint, and we're going to add a white tint, so that should be activated. Foreground to transparent, click OK. Everything's fine at the top. Activate that layer, click the mouse at the bottom, drag your mouse upwards, and then now you have your tint applied. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to create swatches out of the colors that we've chosen here to then put together and paste it within here with our sampled image. So in the end, we should have something that looks like this. That'll be our last, and then we will have this, and from here we will then create another thing which will have our visual elements, would be that. Okay, so we're going to create this first because we need our color sampler. Okay. Okay, so let's go back. Let me get my marquee tool. So you want your, so the trick is here, you just want to make a square. You want to say edit copy, go to your black, you say edit paste, and then you can move it. Okay. So the trick is you go back to the marquee tool. You don't say deselect, you just move it over. Okay, but you have to be on the marquee tool. If you're on the move tool, what happens is you're cutting the whole thing. Okay. So you want to click on the marquee tool and just move your square over, edit copy, edit paste. If you can notice, I have these guides. If you want those guides, you want to say show smart guides. Okay, right here. And it'll help you line things up better. Okay, so here again, move it over, edit copy, edit paste. Things up. Okay, then now turn off the eye, turn on the eye for the other one. Edit copy merged now. Okay, edit paste because it's the one below, so it's gonna ask you to copy merge. Okay, you can do, I think I'm gonna put it down here because I'm gonna put the original color there. I'm gonna then go back to marquee tool, move it over, copy merge, edit paste. Okay, then turn off the eye, turn on the eye for the original. Copy merge again, edit paste. Okay, so now you've got your color sampler. What you want to do then is, if you want this effect here, you have to then merge the two. So let me deselect. Let me turn on the eye for one of them. And now what you want to do is apply the white tint to the top. So make sure that's activated and then drag the white down, and there you have your white tint. So from here you're going to marquee the whole thing, edit, copy, merge, edit, paste, and then edit, free transform, hold down the shift key to constrain the shape. So what I'm going to do is that, apply, and then now I'm going to, if you hold down, if you highlight one of the layers and then you hold shift key to hold, you highlight the entire three that's in between. So I can move this up a bit. Okay, I'm going to then move this, move it a little higher, move this, move this a little bit higher. There, yep. Okay, so now from there I'm gonna get my three women, marquee that. I don't want the white edges, so I'm gonna do that. Edit, copy, put in here, edit, paste, edit, free transform, hold down the shift key, to constrain. And what I'm gonna do is line it up there, click apply, move it down a bit so it's pretty even to the bottom, and then I'm going to add a type that says color sampler. Okay. So here's my color sampler that I've created that I would need to turn in. So then you'd say file, save as, of course, save yourself a working file, name it assignment 2, save it as a PSD, hit save, and then once that's done, you want to then put in your last name, first initial, assignment 2, part 1, save it as a JPEG, hit save, and then you're going to upload that. Okay, so now the second part of the assignment is visual elements. So using this color sampler, you want to create a visual element driven piece. So you're going to create a new file, 1200 by 800, so pay attention to your canvas size. So 1200 by 800, 72, click OK. We want a black background, or whatever color you want. And what you want to do is you want to create a series of shapes based on the painting you've chosen. So you want to look at the painting, where'd it go, and then see kind of what. So I see a lot of triangles, I see a circle, I see gradients, so I probably want to apply that same effect here. So then I'm going to maybe I'm gonna sample, maybe I want this color background. So then I'm gonna then throw paint at it. Okay, and then I'm gonna look, okay, I like this yellow, so I'm gonna then choose that yellow. And I see a lot of triangles. So I'm getting my custom tool. You may not have a triangle, so then you have to create one. So I'm going to then use my polygon lasso tool, create a new layer because I want everything on separate layers, right? And then I'm going to create a triangle. Okay, right click, fill with the foreground, deselect, and then I got one of my triangles. So I see them all over, so I think I'm going to do this over and over. So what I'm going to do is, instead of doing it over and over again with marquee tool, I'm going to just duplicate my layer if you hold down the Alt key, if you can look closely at the video, there's two arrows that show up. The two arrows is showing that it is being duplicated. So if you hold down the Alt key and you kind of drag it, you'll have another duplication. Okay, so hold down the Alt key. So I'm going to do this thing right across the page. Okay, so now I have all of these triangles. What I can do now is merge them into one layer to help me better manage them, right? So I'm going to activate the top layer, then hold down Shift, activate the bottom layer, which then highlights everything in between. I'm going to right click, merge layers, and then edit free transform because I want it to fit on the page. So I'm going to hit Shift and then move it around. So here I've got that. Then I've got some of these things happening, these half moons. So it's kind of like weeping eyes. So I'm gonna then put half moons out, and I did notice I had a half moon shape here. So I'm gonna then choose that, and I'm gonna kind of draw my shape. Okay. I'm going to say flip it because I want to go to the other side. Okay. So it kind of looks like a monster it's getting to look like. But you're going to keep going on and on with your visual elements. You kind of be playful about it. So once you're done, you want to say file save as. Of course, you're going to save it as a working document, assignment 2 part 2, save it as a PSD for yourself. Once that's done, name it with your last name, first initial, assignment 2 part 2, save it as a JPEG, and then you're going to upload this to your assignment area.